Bang! What's going on, guys? This is another exciting edition of the main event on Talkin Hands. As always, I'm your host, Preston, joined by my co-host, Danny Betts. We're here to break down this Saturday's main event, a return of Danny Garcia taking on Jose Benavidez JR. Before we get into that, though, we got to recap the action from last week. We didn't have odds at the time. We eventually got odds for it. Isaac Dogbo, Joet Gonzales, Dogbo wins that split decision. Fortunately, we had Gonzalez. We didn't know what the odds were going to be. But, Danny, what were your thoughts on the fight? Somewhat close fight. Didn't really play out how I thought it would, though.
Yeah, man. I thought the odds would be different. Well, we talked about it in the video. I was surprised that Joet Gonzales was going to be minus 230-ish around there. I'm not. I don't know. You tell me, bro. It was a decent scrap. My thing was, I thought personally that Joet Gonzalez won that fight. Close fight. I just thought like it was one of those type of fights that he took over later on. Once he realized like, Dogbo wasn't doing that great against his pressure. He started doing it more, but then he kept stopping. Like he would stop and then try like use the jab and fight from the outside. I'm like, bro, he doesn't like your pressure right now. Keep going.
Yeah.
And for me personally, if I was judging, like if it's a close fight like that, it could go either way. Forward pressure has to come involved, like in my scorecard somehow. And that's why I gave it to Joet Gonzalez in a close fight because he was pressuring most of the fight. And he finished that fight better in my opinion. But I mean, like I said, it could have went either way. Dogbo did great, especially in the beginning. I like his little burst. He kept doing like the same thing, and Joet Gonzalez kept falling for him. Basically, he kept going inside, little burst combos, and then he would dip out. But he had trouble for sure with Joet Gonzalez pressure.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Got a few people in chat. Dab Father, what's up? Andrew G got robbed last week. Got me some bread. And Connor Mack picks in the building. Yeah, I mean, he kind of just I won't say let his foot off the gas, but if he would have fought better earlier, he would have won the decision, won the fight. It kind of went what we said. Like, we discussed it. We had no lines, so we said likely going the distance. It went the distance, and we thought it was going to be a pick-em type price tag, so we liked the guy with more pressure and who would box better, which was Gonzalez. He just let Dogbo control the pace too much. Close fight, split decision, take the loss. Big show in the building. Rumor has it Dogbo is going to fight Ray Vargas. That's what I was hearing.
Yeah.
So that's a very similar fight, but 12 rounds. I think over the course of 12 rounds, Ray Vargas.
That's the thing with this one. What surprised me because it was 10 rounds.
Yep.
So if it was 12, I thought, think Gonzalez would take it. And I hope he fights Vargas, bro, because I'm not gonna see my prediction for that one, but I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going.
Yeah, no, I think Ray Vargas would piece him up pretty good, very easily. But yeah, no, I mean, it was kind of like a nothing fight too. There wasn't a whole lot last week, but yeah, I mean, we took the L. Andrew says I was going to fade Flores, didn't bet it. I bet Joet last boxing. Maybe.
Bro, that's another. I ended up betting Flores like a dumbass. I thought because I was going to some interviews with him and his father. He's a trainer also, and they had real bad weight cuts at 130. So going up to 135, I thought was going to be the move. Plus he was sick and his ass, with the weight cut and everything. He just got outclassed in that one. And Cabrera, his style to me was so awkward, but man, it was giving him fits all night.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't really tune into that one. I saw the recap and that Flores. It seemed like he lost pretty convincingly, which was kind of surprising.
He got dropped a couple times. Hopefully he humbles his ass because he thinks he's on top of the world and shit.
Yeah, if you can't win that fight, you're not gonna make it too far. We can move on. Big main event this week. A more exciting main event, I think, in my eyes and the eyes of everyone in the chat. Return of Danny Garcia. He's battling Jose Benavidez Jr. the Saturday night. Barclays Center. 154 pounds. Current odds at mybookie.ag. Enter that promo code PUBSPORTS. get your 50% deposit bonus match credit debit, or get the 100%, use the Bitcoin. Current odds, Danny Garcia is minus 700. Jose Benavidez Jr. plus 450. Danny, thoughts on this interesting matchup at 154, especially for Garcia moving up in weight like that?
Yeah, Danny Garcia is going to be the first time he fights at 154. It's been almost 2 years since we seen him last. It's going to be interesting, man. You got Benavidez, David Benavidez's brother.
Yep.
And his father is a trainer and things like that. But should be a good scrap. If I don't know if you saw his last fight with Jose Benavidez against Torres, Emmanuel Torres, I think it is. I thought he lost that fight. He got a majority draw. I think the judges gave it to helped him out with that draw, and it was on his brother's card. He was the main event on that one, so I thought he got a little help with that. But Danny Garcia, man, he's a good counter puncher, a good left hand, kind of flat-footed, and he doesn't have a lot of power. Like he has a nice left hand, but like at 140 back in the day, he used to get knockouts and things like that. But at 147, he started more winning decisions and things like that. And one thing you can't take away from Danny Garcia, he's fought the best. He's fought Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Errol Spence. And that was his last fight against Errol Spence, and Spence took it to him, man. He whooped his ass pretty good. He's never been knocked out, and for the people that don't know, Danny Garcia actually has 11 toes, if you didn't know that. So that's a little joke there, man. He always says, like, that helps me out. I've never been knocked down before. So Benavidez better come in here and try to knock me out with some extreme power if that's his idea. But I think I got Danny Garcia in this one. I think he picks him apart later. I think he's going to be rusty the first couple of rounds. Benavidez is flat-footed too. He's hittable. He's kind of awkward, and he throws wide too, so the counters are going to be there. That's my only worry. And I'm only saying worry because like a late knockout for Danny Garcia, even though I don't think he'll have the power to do it. It'll be like an accumulation of punches. So my bet for this one I'm looking towards is by decision. Danny Garcia, he's probably going to be, I think it's at minus 135, so it's a little juice, but I'll still take it. Benavidez, man, he does not impress me. He got shot in the thigh, if I'm mistaken, like a couple of years back. He had an injury. The only guy to stop him, and his only loss is Terrence Crawford, and that was like in the 12th round. So if it took Terrence Crawford, if you want to do a little boxing math, it took Terrence Crawford, one of the best in boxing right now, pound for pound, 12 rounds to get a knockout. I don't think Danny Garcia is gonna get it done, so I got him by decision in this one.
Yeah, I mean it's a very interesting fight. I see Nick in the chat asking about Garcia and Paul going at it in that video, telling Paul to sign the contract. I doubt Danny Garcia and Jake Paul.
That would be legit. That would be a legit boxer for sure.
That would never happen. Jake Paul's he's like stupid. 40 pounds heavier than Garcia. And plus, he would never make that fight. But the one thing you said there that I really agree with watching Benavidez's fights is how hittable he is. And he's going to have that head right on the line. And Garcia's going to crack him with that left hook. But the issue, what's going on, Gerardo? The issue with that is he's moving up so much in weight. His best weight class arguably was 140. Now he's at 154. He's giving up, like the height alone, 6 foot, 74-inch reach versus Garcia, who is 5'8", 68. So he's giving up 6 inches in reach. Billy's on drugs here. 6 inches in reach and 6 inches in height. So I don't think a knockout will happen, but Garcia is just a more polished fighter for sure. Garcia hits great hooks, body work. You watch the Crawford fight, Benavidez didn't do too bad at the beginning, doubling up, tripling up on the jab, but he still, when he does it, he leaves himself very wide open to get countered. And when that happens, he's gonna get hurt bad, I think. The odds to me are a little wide, minus 700, because I think Benavidez is more suited, his frame is, for the weight. You gotta factor in the rust, the damn near 2-year layoff. But Benavidez too, he comes back. He looks like shit. You discussed it against Torres. That was his big return fight. He looked horrible. So both guys aren't really at the peak of their powers.
I think you guys are gonna be surprised how they match up in like physique, because Benavidez for me, he's not that big. He'll have the reaching right, but he don't use it. First of all, and I don't think he's that taller. He's only 5. Well, Tapology has it 5'10", and Danny Garcia is 5'8". Because I know Benavidez is not true. He's fought at 147. He's not a true 154. You know what I mean? So I think
no. This is a great matchup.
Yes,
for him. Yeah,
this
for
is smart
Garcia.
from Danny Garcia for his first fight.
Yeah,
for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. For sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's not. Some of the discussions was the winner of this fight is he going to face Charlo? As like good fucking luck with that.
No, so I heard because that was the whole question. They're like, oh, why is this at 154?
Yeah.
Man, you think Danny Garcia hasn't thought about this shit? Charlo is gonna leave. He's gonna vacate the belts, and that's why Danny Garcia is at 154, trying to, it ain't gonna happen in my eyes, but he's gonna try to hunt for those belts. That's my little theory.
Yeah, I mean, Charlo is a big guy, and I know he doesn't want to make the weight cut that much, and there are intriguing enough fights at 160, but Garcia would get rolled by Charlo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bad.
I think so too. It'll be a good fight though. They'll be throwing counters back and forth.
Yeah, but the speed too, and that's where actually I think, like we were saying, great matchup for Garcia, because he's gonna be just as quick as Benavidez, and he's just gonna counter. Benavidez gets hit so fucking much, but will the power hold? That's why I agree with you. I think that decision props live. Funny enough, I believe the odds for decision and knockout are damn near the same for Garcia.
I didn't even notice the knockout. What was it? It was minus. It wasn't plus money.
Garcia by KO plus 150.
Oh, that's not even great.
Yeah, so you'd be better for 7 to 12.
Yeah, if you're betting him by KO, I would do the 7 to 12 for sure. I don't see him getting an early knockout in this one.
Yeah, then we got Big Show. Keep it tuned here live, guys. 7 p.m. Contender Series Week 1, 2022 season. The guys will be live, breaking it all down. 4-fight card. See the future. Maybe the future of the UFC fighters. We'll see how...
or the future fades.
Yeah, exactly. And Nick just is in love with the Jake Paul fight here.
These guys are going at it on the chat. He's talking about Jake Paul. Hey, guys, we got a boxing match this Saturday. Danny Garcia.
And I'll guarantee you this. The Garcia fight this week is going to be 10 times more skillful than the Paul Rockman fight next week.
The disrespect, man. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, Dan Goldstein, Nick, why does boxing use the purse word? Whatever. Jake Paul has a prenup-style contract with Rockman. He's ready to dip on the whole marriage if Rockman's too healthy. Yeah, I mean, that's what Nick was saying. So every pound over the weight limit, Rockman gets fined 25% of his purse. So Rockman is going to be the bigger guy. I have to watch a lot more on Rockman. Just the sparring videos I've seen, he doesn't look great. But Paul is also not a professional boxer. So we'll get to that next week, though. Anything else you want to touch on the co-main event? I believe the co-main event's Kawanaki versus
yeah, I can't pronounce his name, bro.
Yeah, he's the Russian guy, but
the Russian dude, yeah. And then you got Gary Antoine Russell too in there.
Yeah, he's the opener. Yeah, he's the opener. So if you have anything on those two fights, you can we can go over them if you have anything.
I didn't dig into. I only looked at the Antoine Russell one a little bit, but those odds are crazy. His KO is minus 325 or something like that, and his money line is minus 3,000 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So I think it gets it done, but betting wise, there's no value or anything for me.
No, and then even the co-main event with Kawanaki is you can bet no distance, you can parlay that. There's no way
There's
to
no
me,
way. Yeah.
that
I'll
fight
have to
goes the
say that.
distance. So there's your parlay piece for all you guys in the chat. Jenkins, Jake would never agree to this fight. If he thinks he would lose, probably not. Yeah, I agree. Tone wants in on the show, guys, so make sure you hit Tone up.
Yes, sir. Tone.
Yeah, I mean, other things we got, prize picks. If you guys want to check that out, prizepicks.com.
Yes. Body
Promo
bags.
code.
Let's go.
Yeah, this should be
body
good.
bags, baby.
Yeah, prizepicks.com, promo code PUBSPORTS. 100% match bonus, up to $100. Prize picks, again, prize picks. Everyone's doing it. Jeff actually put, I don't know if it was a prize picks. No, it was a mybookie parlay. I saw he put in a parlay on Twitter. If you guys want to check that out,
Did you
mybookie.ag. I believe it's the 4 favorites though. So.
Did you see any things you like on prize picks for this fight, or is there anything out yet?
Right now, I don't see anything for the boxing, no. But
okay.
If they have Garcia fairly low for punches landed, because I do believe I'm in your camp, that's going to go all 12, I would take that because Benavidez is very hittable, but I haven't seen anything yet.
I like how you brought that, because I forgot to mention that. That's the one thing I don't like about, well, one things that I don't like about Garcia. He don't throw a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
he doesn't, I mean, I know he's a counter puncher at heart, but like, dude, come on, bro. Like, throw a little bit more. Use your jab. Do something. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's how he pretty much lost to Spence, but Spence is he's just the much better fighter. Nick in the chat here. If you guys could, buymeacoffee.com/PubSportsRadio. Check that out, guys. We're trying to get all the funds raised there. Go to Atlantic City. Once we hit our goal, we'll be out there, AC, in hopefully the fall. Buy a coffee, $5, you know, literally the price of a cup of coffee, nowadays especially. If you guys could do that, that would be much appreciated.
Yes, sir.
Got Dabby Cab in the chat, Tone, Jack. And yeah, I know the guys are gearing up for Contender Series. So I guess we can just go to best picks, best bets. Danny, your best bet. I think we'll probably be on the same one because there's not a whole lot, you know, for this fight, but go ahead.
Yeah, my best bet is Danny Garcia by decision. I think is at -135. I'll put like a unit, maybe 2. I don't know, but I'm pretty confident on Danny Garcia. I know it's been almost 2 years, but like Benavidez, man, like we said, like he's not that great. And then with the whole, when he got, you know, he had some multiple injuries the last couple of years, plus getting shot, and you could tell like his leg is not the same. Like he's never. And plus, he's never had movement anyways. So, I mean, that's my best bet for sure.
Yeah, I completely agree. I like Danny Garcia here a lot. The only thing is, I think you could get a better live line if you're watching the fight. Because Garcia, I think, is going to lose the first couple rounds. Then he's going to get the timing. He's going to really pick it up. Probably around 4-12. Win a pretty convincing unanimous decision there. So, yeah, I agree. Dan Garcia, UD. Danny
fun
got
bet.
my
bad, Pete. Fun bet, real quick. I don't know if you agree. Rounds 10-12. I don't know what the odds are, but 10-12 maybe for Danny Garcia.
Yeah, I mean it would be a late stoppage. I agree because the round prop is 10.5. Overs -250. So yeah, that would be when he would get it done. Not great odds that I'm seeing though. I mean, it's not horror. It's +500.
Anything above 400, baby, is live.
Okay. Yeah, plus 500. Plus 500 is Dan Garcia 10-12. So if you guys want to sprinkle that, but I think he wins the decision. I think he's just the better boxer for sure. Nikki in the chat rapping for us.
Oh, we didn't even mention. Hold up, Pete. This is in Brooklyn. This is like
Barclays.
Yes. So Danny Garcia's from Philly, but like that's his second home. Like that's their guy. You know what I mean?
Lot, yeah.
Right. So if this goes to decision, he might get a little home time advantage too. which I don't
Yeah.
think he's gonna need it, but you never know.
Well, and he's the A side. Obviously,
Right,
they want to
yeah.
build Danny Garcia over Jose Benavidez Jr. when
Mhm.
David Benavidez is by far the
Oh
more
yeah.
talented brother of that combination. So yeah, I agree. I like Dan Garcia decision. That's what we're going with. And then yeah, anything else you want to add, Danny, before we wrap it up and the guys can get to Contender Series?
Make sure you tune in for the Contender Series with the boys. I'm gonna be there for sure. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're new. Let us know what you think about this fight. Who's gonna win, Danny Garcia or Benavidez, in the comments below, and let's get this money.
For sure. And we'll see all you guys next week because we all know you love you some Jake Paul. The views will be massive. Jake Paul, Hasim Rahman, fight of the year. We'll see
Fight
you
of
guys.
century.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. This is the main event on Talkin Hands. Peace.